Hello everyone, Coach Crimson here, and today I'm bringing you a video series that I'm starting, Master the Moment, Tips to Masters. This is essentially just the tips that I learned going from unranked to Masters recently. I started the game in September, and these are kind of a culmination of all the tips that I think are important when I was grinding the game. So let's get started here. I started in Season 10, Split 1. I think it was about 1 or 2 weeks before Split 2 was starting, so I didn't quite have enough time to really get to Plat. But overall, I started with a friend, and we didn't really struggle getting to Gold. It was kind of easy. I will say right now, I did get carried by him. He had a lot of experience in Apex, and I didn't, so I kind of followed his lead. I was averaging about 300 damage per game, which is about a kill. Um, and between the both of us, we would drop a decent amount of kills. I would basically just support him, and it was really. It took us about a week, and it wasn't that hard. But the reality is, I was learning the game still, getting comfortable with the map. I was learning how to armor swap still. The thing I did a lot was pick a location and just learn it. I pick a location on the map and learn how to rotate to different spots from the map. That way, I knew I had a set plan. Unfortunately, I was still learning the characters and the guns. The only thing I knew I wanted to do was be a Gibby player. Problem was Gibby was very tough for someone like me. I started playing Seer actually, but my friend took Seer for me because we swapped off and on. So I just started playing Gibby. So it was a little tough for me, but eventually we hit plat the next following season. But overall, in gold, you need to learn how to fight people, be comfortable, don't panic. I panicked a lot when I played in this rank. Um, find a spot, learn how to rotate in and out of it, learn how to get guns, learn how to fight off the drop. One thing I started doing as well towards the end of that season of season 10 was arenas. I was not confident in my gun skills, so I started playing arenas, and that got me really confident with the different guns. Unfortunately, it was L-Star meta, so I wasn't able to try out a lot of guns, but nonetheless, it got me comfortable fighting people. So Platinum to Diamond, I'm going to kind of focus on the plat part here. After season, after split one, um, after split two ended, I was actually sorry, it was World's Edge and then it was Kings Canyon. I got plat. I barely made it. I got lucky and played with my friend. But towards the end of that split, it's about 3 or 4 weeks of me playing at this point. I started feeling my shots hitting. I was like getting comfortable. Like I said, I played arenas. I had a really good day. At this time, I was averaging like 500 to 1,000 damage per game, and we had a 3 stack, and we got myself plat. It was kind of tough because one of our guys left when I was 100 away, and my teammate got plat, and he was trolling a little bit. Um, but nonetheless, we did really well here. Season 11 started, and Stormpoint was out. I recently bought Valk, and Valk really upped my game. Each of the characters in Apex is going to teach you something about the game, so I recommend trying different characters and getting comfortable with them. Movement characters are always really useful. So what did Valk teach me? Well, it taught me that high ground is really important, and being able to change your position a lot is also really good in a fight. If you're fighting a fight and they know you're there, that's not an even fight. Don't take that fight. Find a different angle. Don't re-peek the same position. Your enemy's gonna be ready for you and beam you. So what Valk really taught me is like, hey, pick a fight, use her passive to fly around, change your location, and get the drop on them. I can go more in these details. This is kind of like a generic tip guide, but long story short, playing any character, you want to move around a lot and reposition when fighting. Either one clip them or get them low and then reposition, or you peek again. If you're peeking someone second time or third time close quarters, you better finish them or reset or back up. But anyways, by this time I was getting really confident in my fighting skills, like my one-on-one skills on plat. It's also at this time I made a Smurf account. Um, I come from Overwatch, so Smurfing is kind of part of the culture here. But in Apex, the reason why I made a Smurf was because one, it's free to make an account in Apex. Two, I didn't solo queue to plat. I played with teammates, so I wanted to prove to myself that I could solo queue. And now that I'm getting used to fighting people, I didn't have trouble. I was able to solo queue to plat, um, and it really taught me that being comfortable with your character and your 1v1s is crucial. So I took Valk and went to plat. I experimented with some other characters at this point, but the ones that really stuck out to me were Valk, Crypto, and Gibby. The reason why I started playing Crypto is because as I got higher rank, people were third partying, and I just was really annoyed that I got third partied every time and died. And so I started playing Crypto. I was able to scout for my team and let them know if people were near us. And if people weren't near us, we'd fight that and win. If not, we'd kind of scout out, figure out what the situation was. So it was at the end of Stormpoint that I realized I needed to make a team. So I made a team with the guy from the Apex LFG. And by the way, if you're a solo queue person and you hate solo queuing, but you're not sure how to find people to play with, get on Discord, look up Apex Discord or Apex LFG Discord, and there's a Discord full of people that you post your rank and LFG, and there's like thousands of people in this. You can find a group of people in less than a minute. At the most, I've taken me is like 5 minutes, but you can find people. You can even put your criteria like gold 1 only, gold 2 only. You'll find people very quickly. So I recommend going to that Discord and meeting people and playing with them. It's at this point that I started realizing what guns were good. When I was in gold, I didn't know what was good, what was bad. I was googling tier lists, but it didn't make any sense. Everyone's tier list was different. I didn't know what was going on. By this time, I realized Flatline OP 301's really good. The R99 was really good. The car came out that was really good. So I got really good with the Flatline. I started getting used to the 301. Shotguns are really good here. I started playing with a shotgun because I played Gibby for a little bit. I realized having a shotgun as a secondary, amazing. And the reason why it's amazing is inventory space. You have to carry one stack of shotgun, and that's it. You have more space to use for meds, heals, and whatever what else have you. Dropship. So here is where I learned pick a good spot. Like in gold, I was hot dropping fragment every game. Well, here you can't just do that. Either the better player when you hot drop, or you're not. And it's not a consistent way to grind when you're new. So I picked a spot that was next to the hot drops. So if you are really trying to get a gun, but you want to fight in third party people and get KP, find a spot on the map near the hot drops. And it doesn't have to be named locations. People all the time go to only the named POIs. You can go to buildings that can get you a lot of loot. So I found a spot with my teammates that was really close to hot zones, and we just third party people and get a lot of kills. Otherwise, drop somewhere where no one else is dropping. Get your guns and go find people. Don't hot drop. You can hot drop, it'll get you better at the game, but it's not a consistent way to go about the game. Anyways, this team was really nice because we had a really good comp. We did a Gibby, Crypto, Wraith, and that gave us a lot of power. Crypto gave us the ability to find people on the map and to see if we're getting third partied. Caustic allowed us to hold down a spot and not allow us to get third party as easily, and Wraith gave us that flexibility with the port. So again, each character is going to teach you something about the game. Valk will teach you how to fight. Wattson will teach you how to play a really bad character and do well. Crypto will teach you how to scout effectively and use EMP. Ash is a really good character to just get in on people, and then Gibby is just a solid backbone of any team. Again, I got Diamond from here, so I had my team. We got to Diamond from this comp. I actually had some issues with my teammates, so we only two of us got to all of us got to Diamond, but we do queued the last part of it because my teammate had gotten higher than us. Back to my smurfing thing here. So I got to Diamond here. I started solo queuing in Plat because I didn't want to be that player that only had a team to carry me. I wanted to make sure I was good on my own, so I took it upon myself to play on my Plat account. And again, this is where those movement characters are really good. I played Valk. I learned how to take fights really well and recognize bad fights. That's another skill you have to learn in Plat is if there's a bad fight or bad third party, don't take it. Speaking of third parties, I'm not sure if anyone else has noticed this, but I have third party fights, and then the other team just either they both focus me, or the other team leaves and I'm stuck fighting another team and I die. Third partying is a skill. You can't just show up to a fight and expect you to win because of the third party. You have to learn how to third party efficiently. So that means waiting for a down on both sides, or shooting from afar with a sniper. You can't just show up in the middle of the fight because that means if you're unlucky, both teams will focus you and you're double dead. My teammates and I joked around. We call it the NA peace treaty because the amount of times that we third partied and both teams looked at us was innumerous. And what I realized is you can't just walk in. You got to really take third parties smart and get a good position before you third party, or make sure both teams are at a deficit with a person down. All right. Anyways, this is just a quick video. I didn't want this to be too long. This covers my unranked to plat. The next video is going to be covering diamond and masters. If you have any questions or any of these topics that you want me to go in depth with, please let me know. This is just a generic tip guide that I wanted to make. The diamond to masters one is going to be a bit longer, and I'm going to go a little more in depth on these things. But again, the goal of these videos is just to explain some of the concepts that helped me. I probably missed a couple things here and there, but this is just the generic stuff that I did. Anyways, the big summary to this guide is learn the game, pick good characters, make a team, because making a team will improve your skills by a lot. You will push each other to get better. That's the main thing that I've learned in any game is find a friend, grind with them. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. I apologize I did not go over my learning to IGL here. I'll probably make a separate video for that. Again, please comment if you like my content.